Hi, my name is Eric Mace, and my presentation is on my proposed technology plan for Hastings Middle School. Hastings Middle School is located in Hastings, Minnesota, and services about 1,400 students in grades 5 through 8. The reason I selected this as my proposed plan is I think Hastings could be much more efficient in its usage of its technology tools. Currently, you can see from this slide that we have both Chromebooks and iPads. The Chromebook is much more efficiently used, and the iPads are just kind of there and are not really serving a purpose. My plan is to go one-to-one with Chromebooks. My plan overview is to become a true one-to-one school. We are very close to that process right now. We are only about 50 Chromebooks short of our school enrollment. And in my opinion and estimation, we would probably want about 50 Chromebooks more than what we currently have enrolled to account for new students coming in or devices that are broken or need to be replaced. I would like to use the Chromebook as the device. As the last slide pointed out, we have many more Chromebooks in place, and it is a much more affordable product with which to purchase. I believe in phasing out the iPads that we currently have here, which would save us some money in maintenance fees and replacement costs. And I believe that we could eventually use the Chromebooks to house our ebooks and get rid of our textbooks as they currently exist. Don't believe that this process will cost us any more than our current funds to make it possible, which is another reason I feel that this is a valuable plan. We can focus our technology budget to purchase the remaining Chromebooks that we have. And to put that in perspective, Hastings Middle School has purchased 150 Chromebooks each of the last 3 years. So we know that we can handle purchasing another 100 Chromebooks. We would also have the ability to redirect the resource budget by every time that a textbook comes up to be adopted, a new textbook adoption, we have the opportunity to defer that cost to purchasing ebook equivalents to our paper textbooks. And if we do have some unforeseen costs, we can use grants to supplement things like Khajiit hotspots. The reasons and benefits of one-to-one, there's a lot of proof out there that student engagement increases, and I feel like students would become more responsible if they were in charge of a single device versus going to every different classroom and getting on a different device or even a different tool in general. So I feel like increase in responsibility for our students would be another huge plus. We could get more immediate feedback into our students' hands. We can close the achievement gap by making the playing field even and everybody having a similar device with which to do their work. And our admin can be much more specific with their PD opportunities for us. I also feel that the students and teachers get the opportunity to become more familiar with the tool that they're working with and then make that a better learning and teaching experience for everyone. My timeline for this proposal starts right away in the summer of 2020. I feel like because we have it in the budget to buy and purchase another 100 Chromebooks, that should happen this summer, and that we can distribute those Chromebooks and the existing Chromebooks that we already have to the students in the fall of 2020, assuming we are back on our regular schedule at that time. We can do that distribution process without any extra paying of salaries through a welcome back night that we already have as a middle school already. That would just be another place where teachers could either work or parents could swing by that night and pick up their student's Chromebook and sign any paperwork that needs to be done. We could also be phasing out the iPads and any textbooks, at least starting that process in the fall of 2020. I would say the textbook phasing out could probably take place over the next 7 to 10 years in a sense that whenever there becomes a new adoption period or that textbook was up for readoption, that we can replace that with an ebook. And that the professional development opportunities can also begin at our fall workshop with maybe how the distribution process would work and what our expectations are as teachers from the administration as to how we implement the tool and take advantage of the opportunity as best we can. I also believe that the replacement for these devices will probably start in the summer of 2022, simply because we have about 5 or 6 carts that are about 5 years old, and I could see that year being the one we would need to start the replacement process. I'm going to end this presentation with this quote that I found as I was researching that says, "Humanity will change more in the next 20 years than in the previous 300. I want to put this in place for my students and for my colleagues so that we are not playing catch up and we are not trying to become technologically savvy outside of our school walls. We have the opportunity to make that happen in our current school setting." Here are the resources that I used for both the presentation and the paper.